This manual is copyright to Neil Cooper 2024. Reiki Manual Part 3 of 6. Heading: Self-Healing. When it comes to self-healing, you will find the way that appeals most to you. Self-healing is a wonderful opportunity to experience and benefit from Reiki. It also helps the healer continually develop their abilities and keep themselves in a healthy state. Self-healing is often best done in a meditative state of awareness. Heading: Preparing your healing room or space. When preparing to heal a client, the Reiki healer needs to prepare both themselves and the healing area. First, make sure you are free of unpleasant odors, like cigarettes. If you have pets, make sure that you are clean and tidy, as unpleasant odors or pet hairs can be very off-putting to clients. Avoid eating garlic the day before healing, as this can also be unpleasant for the client. It is also essential that your healing area is clean, tidy, and free of unpleasant smells. It is possible to use aromatherapy oils that are not too overpowering in an oil burner. However, it is unwise to use these oils on the hands, as some clients may have an allergic reaction. Play some gentle healing meditative music softly in the background during your Reiki healing session. As for real flowers in the healing area, this is not advisable, as some people have allergies to pollen. Do your best to make the healing space relaxing and pleasant. Keep it warm in cold weather and have a light cover or blanket ready to put over your clients if it is too cold. As for the setup, a healing couch often makes it much easier to heal the front and back of the client, providing adequate access. Often, clients feel more relaxed, and some even drift off to sleep, on a healing couch. With older clients who may find it difficult to turn over on their front on a healing couch, ask them to sit up with the legs over the edge of the healing couch to heal their back. Use a disposable paper towel to cover the healing couch for hygiene purposes and change pillowcases regularly. Don't be afraid to ask your client to remove their coat, eyeglasses, or long earrings that hang down. You don't want there to be anything that can get caught. It is also important to be careful not to get your hands tangled in long hair. Another must for your healing room is to have odorless hand sanitizer or a good antibacterial soap nearby. Sanitize your hands just before or when your client arrives. Immediately after you have healed the client, sanitize your hands once more. This protects yourself and your client from germs. Heading: Preparing yourself to begin healing and attuning to Reiki. 10 to 20 minutes before your first client arrives, prepare yourself to heal. This is your time to warm up and get the Reiki energies flowing. To start, go into a meditative state and take time to ground and protect yourself ahead of the healing. Grounding will help keep you in a balanced state and well connected to the earthly vibration in the here and now. The protection will act as a natural barrier and keep negativities at bay, whether that might be taken on from clients or other influences around you. As a Reiki healer, if you lay your hands on yourself or others with the intent to heal, Reiki will naturally begin to flow through you without even asking. However, time for a warm-up and self-healing can add to the natural flow of the Reiki energy. Once you are grounded and protected ahead of the healing session, or sessions, begin by opening the 7 main chakra energy centers and the chakras in the palms of your hands. This will allow your life force energy, the ki or chi, to flow most freely. You can then invite your Reiki healing guide to work with you, if you wish to do so. Next, become attuned to and link into the universal life force healing energies, allowing them to flow most freely into your being. If you wish to pray for the healing energies, that is a personal choice, and you can do so if desired. You may also wish to do a short meditation to open or invoke the healing. Additionally, reciting the Reiki principles is a wise thing to do beforehand. It can remind you of what is most important. See yourself like a teapot. You are opening the lid of your teapot to allow the life force healing energies to enter and fill you. Once those have built up after a minute or two, much like tipping the teapot, you allow the energy to flow freely through your hands to yourself and others. Rest your hands on your chest. Once the energies have built up in you, allow them to flow freely through your hands, over your heart chakra, and into yourself. Give yourself a quick 10-minute self-healing so you are prepared to heal a client. Allow the healing energies to flow most freely through you to bring yourself into balance and harmony. You can use any Reiki symbols you are attuned to on yourself at this time if you wish to. The symbols often aid in and add to the overall healing. Heading: Reiki methods and channeling. Reiki healing is channeled with the intent to heal physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. It is holistic and heals the whole being for any needs. Although it can be directed by the healer, it is best given without direction, as it will naturally be drawn to and will naturally flow to the needs of the client. Reiki is guided by what some describe as God consciousness. I would call this a higher consciousness. Remember that Reiki will naturally be drawn to and will find its way to the areas of need within ourselves and others. It is also possible to work with more evolved and progressed Reiki healing spirit guides. At times, those guides can guide the energies where there is a need. Ultimately, each healer will need to decide whether they wish to allow their Reiki healing guide to help during a healing session. Remember that it is wise to trust your intuition when healing. Do you feel drawn to one particular area? Do you feel that you should give the healing in a certain way? Trust your intuition and perform the healing session as you feel is best. Remember that a Reiki healer can heal anything with life force energy, which includes all living things and animals. Be careful not to attempt to control the energy that is sent to the client too much. If you are too focused on what you think the client may need, you might actually block or prevent the energies from flowing to the actual needs they have. The best practice is to lay your hands on the client and allow the Reiki energy to naturally flow where it is needed. The healing energies will be guided by a higher force and power. Something that helps the healing to flow is to have love and compassion for whatever needs the client might have. Each chakra has an associated color. In an effort to assist your client, you might envision that a certain color is being sent to them. Try not to dictate one or more colors to send, as again, this may be blocking other energies and colors that are needed. However, there are times after the first pass of healing that it might be appropriate to return to a specific need you are aware the client has. At that time, you can direct additional healing to this need and the surrounding area. Generally speaking, it is best for healing to freely go to all needs. Looking for a little clarity? Here are some examples. The first is that a client might come in and ask if it is possible to heal their depression. If the healer only tries to heal the depression, the condition may not improve, because the depression could be a secondary symptom of another issue. For instance, maybe the client lost a child 20 years ago and that loss is now coming out as depression. If only the depression is the focus, then the cause, which is the loss of a child, is not being healed. There may be several other mental and emotional needs that should be addressed. Remember to allow the Reiki energy to flow wherever it needs to flow. Another example is that a client may come in with a painful shoulder. If only the shoulder is treated, the healing may not be effective, because the real cause could be a misaligned back or a trapped nerve in the spine. Rather than only doing a focused healing, treat everything first, and then go back in to do additional healing for the area of need, whether it be in a physical location or it is a mental, emotional, or spiritual need. Before you start healing or after the first pass of healing, additional needs of the client might be determined through the practice of Biozen. Biosen is translated as sick accumulation, and it is the frequency that is emitted from a tense, injured, or ill part of the body. It is also the reaction the body has to the incoming Reiki energy. Conduct a scan of the client by running the hands slowly through their aura energy field, 2 to 5 inches off of the body. Do this slowly to detect any additional needs. You will feel changes in the aura energy field during the scan if there is a specific area of need. There might be hot or cold spots, or you might feel tingles, energy, or wind-like sensations on your hands. A lot can be learned from the Biosen process. If you feel hot or cold spots, tingles, energy, or wind-like sensations on your hands during this body scan, run your hand back and forth over the area a few times to double-check that what you are feeling is correct. Once you are sure, give additional healing to this area. As the scan indicated, there is a significant depletion and need for healing. At any time, you can use the Reiki symbols you have been given. This will apply additional power to that specific area or to the heart and mind. All of the symbols are beneficial, but the power symbol in particular can be used to increase the overall strength and effectiveness of the healing that is being provided. Reiki life force energies are invisible, though those who are more psychic may see parts of them. These energies are all around us and within us. After all, energy resides within all living things. The life force energies within us supplies our daily energy requirements for good health and well-being, which ensures that we remain in a healthy condition. However, these energies can become depleted or unbalanced if you are unwell. The depletions can manifest and are reflected in the spiritual body and aura. These life force energies are what Reiki healers draw on to channel and replenish the life force energies of the clients that come in for a session. These energies replenish and heal, but also cleanse blockages and remove depletions within the spiritual energy system of the client. For instance, within the chakra energy centers and throughout the meridians and nadis, which are the energy highways and pathways of the spiritual subtle body. They allow a free flow of vital life force energies. This aids in good health and overall well-being. There are 7 main chakras and over 140 chakras in all. There are also 330 meridian points and channels, as well as over 72,000 nadis channels. Chakra. Chakra means wheel, and the 7 chakras are thought of as the main energy points in the body. Chakras are thought to be spinning discs of energy that should be aligned. Meridians. There are different energetic pathways that run through the body. Each meridian is related to a particular organ. There are 12 major meridians and a number of minor meridians. Nadis. The word comes from the Sanskrit word meaning stream. Nadis are threads of energy that run through the body. There are many nadis in the human body, including 14 primary ones. When healing is given, it uses the channels so any blockages are cleared. This allows for natural healing and self-healing to take place. Reiki healing aids in good blood flow and can release and flush out any buildup of toxins with an increase in free-flowing blood to the joints, organs, and any other areas that are in need. Reiki healing brings about a healthy state of balance in the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body. As you become more aware of the flow and warmth of Reiki energy, you will feel when the flow tapers off. The warmth will begin to cool when the area has received enough healing. Once you feel that, it is time to move to the next hand position. You will become aware of the flow beginning again and that warmth building. At times, the energy can feel cool rather than warm, to both the healer and the client. Alternatively, the healer may feel warm energy and the client may experience cool energy. That being said, warmth is experienced by the majority. Some clients can feel energies rushing up and down within him as the Reiki healer moves their hands over the body. This is often Reiki moving through the meridian energy highways and nadis energy paths. On the other hand, the chakras supply energies that flow to all parts of the energy being. Both the healer and client should drink a glass of water after the healing to help flush any toxins that may have been released during the healing session. Using filtered water that has been purified is best. It is also possible to heal the water before you drink it. Use the power symbol to purify and lock the Reiki energy into the water. Heading: How long should a Reiki session last? A full Reiki session should be between 30 minutes to 1 hour of actual healing. Expect to spend approximately 2 to 5 minutes in each area and hand position. Often, Reiki healers will talk to their clients for a few minutes before the healing starts and will offer a glass of water to the client afterwards. Healers sometimes offer 30-minute healing sessions and/or some power healing sessions that last just a few minutes.